So today we're going to check out some new colors from Madam Glam and their builder gels. They've got some new colors that are super exciting. I can't wait to show you. No, it's not that really exciting. I mean, super exciting. Am I really super excited? I'm pretty excited. I mean, look at it. They're colors, right? So just everybody says that. These I already had. I have several of their builder gels because I really like them. Pure Serenity is a clear builder sheer pink and builder light pink, and you can see this one is just kind of sheer and this one is light pink. It is still a little sheer. I have two other colors also. I believe it's like a tan and white that my daughter has because she loves them too. We use them on her nails. We do an artificial tip with her, and I use builder gels underneath. So I put gel base coat on her nail, and then I fill it with the builder gel, and then I just put them on. I'll put the link up here to the video I did showing you how to do those as a dupe for a pre, and just attach full tips. You could do these also with forms if you're any good at forms. I'm terrible with forms. I always sucked with forms and continue to suck at forms. But here are the colors that they sent me. I was so excited. I actually was excited when I saw what colors they sent me. The royal blue, emerald green, and coral. It's like they knowed me. So I'm going to show you how I use these as an overlay on my nails. I keep an overlay on my nails to keep them strong, to keep them from breaking, and I use so much polish remover and acetone on my nails, and it's so nice just to have an overlay of builder gel. That way I can just take acetone and wipe it off. I don't have to worry about destroying it, or I can use peel off on top of it. I can put gel, or I can put dips over an overlay with a peel off base coat, and I'm not tearing it up. I don't have to remove it every single time. I'm gonna say I completely replace it maybe every 4 to 6 weeks. But generally, as it grows out, I just take my e-file and file off what is kind of lifting and around the edge, what's grown out, to smooth it out so that there's no bump. And then I just go in and put another coat on. And that's what I've done today. I replaced it not too long ago. I don't even know how many weeks it's been, probably 3 or 4 weeks. And I just buffed off what was on there existing and cleaned up my nails and made sure I had no lifting. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and put the builder gel on and show you how we do that. I'm gonna start with base coat, and I have Madam Glam base coat. I absolutely love these builder gels, and I don't know if the formula has changed at all, but we're gonna see what I think. So first you're going to take your base coat and pretty much get it all off your brush. Just wipe most of it off. And I start about here, about where that half moon starts. And then I'm gonna kind of scrub it in and move it down into my cuticle so that I'm not flooding my cuticle. But your nail plates are very layered and have a lot of ridges and grooves. So if you're kind of scrubbing it in, it's going to get in all of that. I don't use a primer, but you absolutely can if you think you need one. My daughter, we have to use primer on hers, or hers are all popping up. I'm just going to cover my nail and the tip. Their polish is great about self-leveling. Then I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds. Okay, there is one coat of base coat. I also keep a dish of alcohol next to me so I can make sure and clean off any excess after I paint them all and make sure I'm not curing any gel to my fingers. Alright, so I don't think this has changed any. I do not like their brushes that are in the bottles. You know I can't do a video without complaining about something, right? Always gotta complain about something. So builder gel is extremely thick. So it is, I don't know, You just have to get used to working with it. And I don't like their brushes. They're too fat to do any sort of, as far as I'm concerned at least. I don't like working with these brushes. But I have the Madam Glam Polygel brush. It's got the, you know, scupula on one side that I don't need. But I like this brush. It is rounded at the end like your cuticles are. Nobody's cuticles are square. Why do these polish companies keep making square brushes? I don't know. So I'm going to put a little bit on my brush. And you obviously can do this as thick as you want to, but the Ginger with Gels and Gems Nails did a review, and she pointed out the fact that the old builder gel, it heat spiked really bad. And I noticed that, and I knew it was bad on my daughter too. So you had to really work thin and be careful about heat spikes. So if you do have heat spikes with anything you're using and with gel and a light, and it starts getting hot, pull your hand out, wait a couple seconds and put it back in. Don't sit there and say, oh man, it's hot, it's hot. So anytime you go anywhere and you get a service done and it's hot, don't bother telling them it's hot. Pull your hand out. You know, if it's hot, and let it stop burning and put it back in. And even if you need to just flash it like this, that usually helps too. And then once it gets cured a little bit, it stops burning. But I mean, good gosh, people, don't let it burn. Pull it out. Stop thinking dirty there, Kristen. All right. So I'm going to put a thin coat and make sure I cover my nail completely. Now, if you're building up a nail or building out, putting tips on and building it in, you're going to make it thicker. You're probably going to see the color a little bit more, but this is pretty sheer. Clean up around the edges. And then I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. So there is 2 thin coats of the coral. And now I'm going to put no wipe top coat over the top of that. If you're just going to paint your nails, then you could go ahead and do that before you top coat, but I go ahead and put no wipe top coat, and then I use peel off on top of it and go ahead and do whatever else I'm going to do. But not everybody, you know, changes their nails as much as I do. Right now we're going to check out the blue and the green, and I'm going to paint my right hand with those. Ooh, it looks like a jelly. I can't really say if they're a different consistency. I don't think so. I mean, they're thick, they're builder gel. So I went ahead and painted swatch sticks with these 3, and there's what they look like on a clear pop stick. And that is just a couple of coats. Now, these really will last a very long time. I've got the bottles I've had for probably 3 years, and I've barely put a dent in any of them. And you can see on my mat how much I put out to use, and I used almost none. All right, so here they are built out a little more. I just used the rest of it that I had on my mat and painted on these pop sticks so that you can see the color a little better. Because on my fingernails, the blue is very subtle. The green is, as you can see, more pronounced. I wanted to show you how I use this to fix a nail. And if you don't want to continue watching, that's okay. I get it. I'm going to take this nail tip, and I've just stuck it on here with some sticky tack. And I am going to actually break it. I'm going to cut it like a normal break would be, so I don't have any broken nails right now. And in fact, this is how I fix other people's nails. I just fixed a couple last week. So we got a little broken nail here. I would, at the minimum, take in very carefully, since you've got a break there, buff it and get rid of the shine off that nail, so you know that it's gonna, everything is gonna adhere to it and not lift. You can do this with a hand file, but I got a drill, so I don't have to. You're going to be careful about not catching it on that. Then I'm going to spray it with alcohol. Wipe it off to get rid of the dust. And then I put some base gel, a coat of base gel over the entire nail. And then I don't cure that. And I have some of this fiber. Now you can get this, I'm sure, from Amazon, Born Pretty, Beauty Big Bang. I'm not sure. I've ordered from both of them. I've ordered this fiber from both places. So I'll put a couple links down there. But I usually take something and squish it out. And I don't need all of it. It pretty much holds whatever you do to it. And it's just fiber. It's like fiberglass. You can use a tea bag if you want to. I don't like to, but you can. I've heard people using coffee filters. I've heard people using coffee filters for nail tips, and I don't know, the ones I saw, they just look like flat, I don't know, they looked weird. So over your break, it's still wet, and you can put it over the entire nail if you want to, or you don't have to. You can just do the break. But you just stick it down to that, it adheres right to it. And tap it down a little. And then I go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. And that's cured. And I got a little bit of sticking up here. That's no big deal. Then I'm going to cut this off. Now this has like stuff at the end that holds it together. So you can use this again. I still have quite a bit off of the strip, one strip. You can actually make nails, entire nail tips out of these, and I have done that, and I'll try to remember to link that video too, but will I? Probably not. We'll go ahead and use, let's go ahead and use another color. Let's see how clear it actually is. All right, and then I brush that. If you shake this stuff up, just make sure that you've let it settle long enough that you're not going to have a bunch of air bubbles. And once again, I'm using this brush I don't really like. It's just too thick. Really make sure that it is going in between all those little grooves. Now, if it's a little bit is sticking up, that's okay. You're going to file that. You just want to make sure that you've got enough product on there that when you file, you're not filing your fiber away. Okay, and cure that for, I'm going to cure that for 2 minutes. Spray that with alcohol, and wipe it off. Now it's kind of a mess, it needs filed. So we'll finish it up and file it. Alright, then I'm again going to spray it with alcohol, wipe it off. You can still see the break, but you absolutely cannot feel it. Alright, there's the nail. Break all fixed. You're not going to break that. It's fixed. There's no catching on that. There's no breaking that. Hey you guys, thanks for joining me. This Madam Glam builder gel has no odor. Well, I mean, it's like gel polish. It doesn't have any more odor than that. It works really good. I really like it. I mean, and you can even use it to fix do repairs without fibers or anything like that. I have done that before, just put builder gel over it and it's done fine on these little tears you get here. Alright, if you have any questions, please put them down below. I appreciate you subscribing and give me a thumbs up. And I always like to talk to you guys, tell me what you think. Alright, thanks. Bye.
What are you doing out there? Who's on the porch? Who is that? Hello? What are you doing, Evie? Oh, Evie and... Oh, what are they doing out there?
Not in the house attacking me is all I care about. Except I got the door locked.
Dang it! Dang it! Thought you were going to leave them out before I got in here. Ah! Get off me! Listen. Hello, Evie. Hello, baby. Lucas! Ah! Right, take it. Give it here. Boogie boogie boo. Boogie boogie boo. Boogie boogie boo. Boogie boogie boo.